We are living in one of the most exciting times in history. A time when the tools we once dreamed of are now available at the tap of a finger. A time when artificial intelligence can help you write, plan, learn, organize, create, even change your life. But here's the catch. AI can assist your growth, but it can't live your life for you. You still have to show up. AI is not here to replace your effort. It's here to amplify it. It's not a substitute for discipline, vision, or character. It's a tool. And like any tool, it's only as powerful as the hand that wields it. Some people are afraid of it. Others are overwhelmed. But the ones who thrive, they're the ones who embrace it, without forgetting who they are and what they bring to the table. You see, AI can help you brainstorm ideas, but it can't birth your passion. It can organize your schedule, but it can't make you get out of bed. It can answer questions, but it won't replace the lessons you learned through struggle, failure, and persistence. Growth still belongs to the doer, not just the dreamer. This is the era of the co-pilot, not the autopilot. AI can help you build a plan, but it's your job to take the first step. It can help you rehearse that speech, but it's your voice that has to rise in front of the room. It can write out your meal plan, your workout, your strategy, but it's your sweat, your hunger, and your belief that brings it all to life. So let's be clear. The winners of tomorrow are the ones who learn how to combine intelligence and initiative, who lean on AI not because they're lazy, but because they want to go further, faster, and smarter. They're the ones who realize that the future is a partnership between human drive and digital power. So if you've been stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure how to move forward, this is your invitation. Use the tools, use the tech, use the knowledge, but don't you dare sit back and wait for something or someone to save you. Growth doesn't come from convenience, it comes from action. Imagine writing a book with AI as your research assistant, launching a business with AI as your strategist, improving your mindset with AI, helping you track your goals, habits, and breakthroughs. See, this isn't science fiction, it's here today, and it's available to you, not just the wealthy or the elite or the tech savvy, but to anyone willing to learn, adapt, and do the work. But listen up, because AI won't make you better, it'll reveal who you already are. If you're lazy, it'll help you cut corners. If you're hungry, it'll help you chase down your dreams with fire and focus. So ask yourself, what are you feeding the system? Because what you put in determines what you get out. AI can help you break limits, but only after you stop making excuses. We used to say, I don't have the resources. Well, that excuse is gone. Or we'd say, I don't know where to start. Not anymore. Or I'd say, I can't afford to hire help. Well, now you have tools that can teach, guide, and grow with you. The real question is, will you use them? The future is here, not to carry you, but to walk beside you. So build, create, train, transform. The days of making excuses is over. You can have the talent, you can have the work ethic, you can have the plan, the vision, the goal, but if you don't believe in your worth, you'll sabotage it all before it ever begins. Belief is the gatekeeper, and if deep down you don't think you deserve the win, you'll find a way to lose. Believing in your worth doesn't mean you think you're perfect. It means you believe you matter. It means you believe you're allowed to take up space, to try, to fail, to grow, and to win. Too many people are waiting for permission to go after what they want. They're waiting for a sign, for someone else to validate them, for someone else to say, you've got what it takes. But nobody can give you what you refuse to give to yourself. Your worth isn't something you earn, it's something you realize. It's not tied to your productivity, it's not measured in likes or praise, It's already there, right now. But here's the catch. If you don't believe in it, you won't act like it. You won't set boundaries. You won't say no when you need to. You'll play small, you'll settle, and you'll self-sabotage. And then you'll call it bad luck or lack of opportunity. But it's not luck. It's not fate. It's a belief problem. When you believe in your worth, you speak differently. You walk differently. You show up differently. You stop chasing people who don't see your value. You stop explaining yourself to people who never listened in the first place. You stop tolerating the bare minimum and start demanding better from yourself and from others. That's where winning starts. Winning starts the moment you say, I'm not here to prove I'm enough. I'm here because I am enough, period. And maybe you weren't taught that. Maybe you were raised to downplay yourself. Maybe you've been overlooked, doubted, dismissed. But you don't need anyone's permission to believe in yourself. That decision is yours. Always has been. Want to build confidence? Start by keeping promises to yourself. Do what you said you would, not for the world, but for you. Each time you show up, even in small ways, you reinforce a message. I'm worthy of this effort. I'm worthy of this life. And if you want better relationships, believe in your worth enough to walk away from what doesn't serve you. Let people meet you at the level of your standards, not your insecurities. If you want stronger mindset, rooted in self-worth. When you know your value, failure doesn't shake you, criticism doesn't crush you, and rejection doesn't define you. You become grounded, resilient, and focused. You'll never outwork a lack of self-worth. You'll always feel like you're falling short, always hustling for approval and always afraid of being exposed. But when you believe in yourself, and I mean truly believe, you unlock your full capacity. Not because you suddenly became better, but because you finally let yourself be great. You are not too much. You are not too late. You are not unworthy. You are powerful. You are capable. And your worth is not up for debate. Believe it and watch as everything changes. You ever look around and feel like everyone else is ahead of you? Like your friends are getting promoted, buying properties, building something big, and you're still trying to figure it out. Now it's easy to feel behind, but you're not behind. You're just on a different timeline. Life is not a race, and it's definitely not a straight line. We all start in different places, face different battles, and learn different lessons at different times. Some people hit their stride early, others take a little longer. And guess what? That's okay. That's real life. Social media makes it worse. You see someone's highlight reel and compare it to your current view. You see their wins, but not their worries. You see the celebration, but not the struggle. But your path, your timeline, it's yours for a reason. Just because your progress doesn't look like someone else's doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. A flower doesn't grow faster because it's next to another one. It blooms when it's ready, and so will you. We've been fed this invisible checklist. Graduate by 22, career at 25, married at 30, kids by 32, retire by 65. But that checklist isn't everyone's story. Some people build their dream life at 50. Others find their calling at 19. Some get it right the first time, and some fail 5 times before they figure it out. You're not late to your own life. You're arriving right on time for the lessons, the growth, the purpose that's meant for you. Some seasons feel like nothing's happening. You feel stuck, still, confused. But even when it feels like nothing is moving, you are growing. Every time you get back up, every time you stay kind in a storm, every time you choose not to quit, that's progress. Roots grow underground before anything blooms above the surface. And sometimes what feels like a delay is just preparation. Here are 4 ways to stop feeling behind and start owning your path. Number 1, unfollow the noise. If someone's content constantly makes you feel less than, well, mute it. Not because of jealousy, but because of your peace. Number 2, write your own definition of success. What does your version of a good life look like? Is it peace, purpose, travel, family? Define it so you stop chasing someone else's. Number 3, celebrate small wins. Because progress isn't just about the big moments. It's showing up, being honest, growing quietly. Every little step counts. And number 4, talk kindly to yourself. You're not lazy, you're not a failure, you're learning, you're growing. You're doing the best you can with what you know, and that counts. Your time is coming, so stay ready. Life isn't a race, it's a rhythm. And your rhythm is beautiful, even if it doesn't look like anyone else's. You're not too old, you're not too late, you're not behind, you're becoming. And when your moment comes, when the pieces click and the doors open, it'll be worth every slow step, every quiet day, and every lesson along the way. This version of you that exists today has gotten you to this point. And that version deserves respect. You fought through things nobody saw. You've endured challenges that could have broken you. And you showed up day after day, even when it was hard. But as much as we honor this version of you, it can't take you where you want to go next. Because growth demands change. So we're going to have to make a split. It's the old you versus the new you. The old you was built for survival, but the next level requires evolution. The old you may have played it safe. The old you may have cared too much about what others think. The old you may have procrastinated, doubted, or made excuses. But the new version of you that's going to succeed has to show up different. It has to speak up, has to take responsibility, and take risks. And that shift won't happen automatically. It happens when you realize you can't live a new life with old habits. You can't reach new heights with an outdated mindset. And you can't chase big dreams while holding on to small thinking. It's uncomfortable, I know, because changing who you are, even for the better, can feel like letting go of something familiar. But what if the familiar is what's been holding you back? What if it's not the world that's stopping you, but the version of yourself you've been clinging to? So let me ask you something. Are your daily habits aligned with the life you say you want? Are the people you surround yourself with pushing you to grow or keeping you stuck? And are your thoughts lifting you or limiting you? Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be, it's not time or talent, it's transformation. It's becoming the person who is ready for that next chapter. And don't get it twisted, this isn't about being fake. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming more of who you truly are, underneath the fear, the doubt, and excuses. See, the new you isn't a stranger. It's just a version of you that's been waiting to be unleashed. But you have to let go of the parts that no longer serve you. And that means saying no when you used to say yes. That means showing discipline when you used to seek comfort. And that means choosing consistency over chaos. Sometimes it's walking away from things and people that no longer match your growth. Because the next level of your life requires a new level of you. And yes, it will be uncomfortable at first. But so is staying stuck. So is pretending you're fine when you know you're meant for more. This is about being willing to grow, willing to evolve and change. Let the old version of you be the foundation, not the ceiling. Stand on who you were, but rise into who you're meant to become. because the old you did their job, and now it's time for the new you to take the lead. Be aware of the company you keep. Certain people bring out the best in you, while others, they bring out the worst. You've probably known or felt this before, haven't you? You spend time with someone and you walk away feeling more alive, inspired, clear, focused, like you're ready to do something great. Then there are the others. You leave their presence feeling drained, frustrated, confused, like you just lost a part of yourself. That's not a coincidence. That's energy. We are shaped by the people around us, their attitudes, their habits, their way of thinking. It all rubs off on us, whether we notice it or not. Some people speak to your potential. They see the light in you, even when you don't. They challenge you to rise. They support you when you stumble. They remind you of who you are when you forget. These are the people who bring out the best in you. And then there are the people who stir up your insecurities. People who thrive on drama. People who pull you back just when you're starting to climb. Not always because they're bad, sometimes because they're afraid of change. Afraid you'll outgrow them. Or maybe they just don't know how to be better. So they keep you small so they can stay comfortable. These are the people who bring out the worst in you. And listen, this isn't about blaming anyone. It's about awareness. It's about understanding that you have the power to choose who gets access to you. Because your environment isn't just where you live, it's who you're around. And the wrong environment will choke your growth. The wrong people will distract you, discourage you, and deplete you until one day you look up and realize you're not who you used to be, and not in a good way. So how do you handle this? Start by noticing who lifts you, who tears you down, who do you feel most like yourself around, and who do you feel like you're pretending for? Then make space. This doesn't always mean cutting people off harshly. Sometimes it just means creating distance, less time, fewer conversations, more boundaries. And on the other side, lean into the people who make you better. The ones who tell the truth even when it's hard. The ones who celebrate your wins without jealousy. The ones who push you, believe in you, and show up when it counts. Those relationships are rare. Protect them. But here's something important too. It's not just about who brings out the best in you. Who do you bring out the best in? Are you the kind of person that uplifts others, that encourages them, that makes them feel safe and seen? Because just as much as people influence us, we influence them. So be intentional. Be the kind of person others are better for knowing. At the end of the day, you don't rise alone. You rise with your circle. So build one that reflects who you want to become, not just who you've been, because the people around you matter more than you think. The other day, a friend of mine told me a story that really stuck with me. See, he went for a drive. Nothing special, just a trip across town. He punched in his destination on the GPS, and as he started driving, something caught his eye. The final address was a street called Easy Street. Nice, he thought. That's where I've always wanted to be. But here's the thing about Easy Street. It isn't a straight line. As he followed the GPS, he started noticing the street names along the way. The first one, Failure Street. Now, Failure Street wasn't the prettiest. Potholes everywhere, street lights barely working, and the houses were boarded up and abandoned, like dreams that people gave up on. Most drivers who turn down Failure Street did a quick U-turn. They took one look at it and said, nope, that's not for me. But my friend, he kept going. After a few turns, he found himself on Resistance Avenue. This street was a mess. Traffic lights flashing red, cars broken down, people pulled over on the side of the road, some just sitting there not moving. It was the kind of place that made you question if you should even be driving at all. He watched as some people tried to fix the cars, while others just sat in them, staring at the dashboard, stuck. And then there were the ones who got out, slammed the door, walked away. They gave up right there on the spot. But my friend, he kept his hands on the wheel and pressed on. And next came Sacrifice Road. This one was long. No gas stations, no fast food joints, no rest stops, just miles and miles of empty road. And man, did it feel lonely. But this was the stretch where most people turned off, because this was where you had to keep driving even when you were running on empty. At this point, my friend started wondering, did I miss a turn? Is Easy Street even real? Doubt started creeping in, but he kept going. And then finally he saw it, the sign for Easy Street. But here's the part no one talks about. Easy Street sits on top of a hill. You don't just drive onto it, you climb it. And that climb, it's torture on your engine. But my friend, he hit the gas. He pushed through every struggle, every moment of doubt, every street that tried to stop him. And when he finally rolled onto Easy Street, he looked around. It was exactly how he pictured it. Smooth roads, beautiful homes, the kind of place where people smiled because they made it. But you know what he realized? Every single person who lived on Easy Street had the same story. They all came the same way. They all drove through Failure Street, pushed past Resistance Avenue, survived Sacrifice Road, and climbed that last hill. Because there's no shortcut. You don't get to skip the hard streets. You don't get to take a back road. If you want to get to Easy Street, you have to earn it. So next time life feels tough, next time you feel like quitting, remember, you're just on one of those streets. And the only way to lose is to stop driving.